Yeah, this is
Anyway, since that the match is gonna start.
Yeah. Anyways, for practice, Overclock is running. What in the genuine fuck? Why does Biocarve look like that? He looks fucking freaky as hell. But they're running a pretty general comp. Vine BB with like Ban, Tank Buster, and just kind of like a dive. The dive in case is Biograph. Meanwhile, Registered is running sort of
really with the early kill.
Yeah, Registered is also running a pretty normal comp. Lumen on skate. Yes, that is Lumen on skate. I don't fucking know.
So Soul is running out of health.
Yeah, immediately Overclock is just taking point control. Shuriken trying to poke from a distance, but Rocket Ban jumping in though for Register.
Right there on life support.
And Biograph diving at skateboard.
Going for that much. Oh my god, that.
He was getting low. Ban.
What a fight they're putting up.
Ban has the Vine Q on them, and there goes Skate.
One kill.
There goes Sword. Sword is running away.
He runs away though.
Yep.
Ban jumping on the other Ban.
Bans are just fighting. Here comes Sword Ult as well.
Sword coming in. Axelog. It's the Ban Hammer.
Rocket's pressuring as well. Vine Staff, Overclock is staying on the point pretty well here. Skateboard does rush in there. Killing the Vine Staff. Rocket Ult coming in as well. There goes Shuriken though. Shuriken trying to dive that BB. And now Register taking point here. Here comes Overclock rushing back in again once more on Darkage. This is, by the way, this is practice. Oh my god, I forgot to mention that again. And it seems like Register is holding the point here.
Ban Hammer, but
alright. Rankade coming in. Mindstaff is just charting that banner from distance. Here comes Skateboard as well. There goes Skate. Yeah, Overclock is holding the point here, but here comes Shuriken ult though. Shuriken going crazy on that Vine Staff. Vine Staff is forcing back.
Shutdown though.
Shutdown Vine though. Yep. And here comes Bands jumping in as well. Bands are just on the point fighting it out. And point is going back and forth here, actually. Register does have point here, but it's pretty back and forth, especially for a map like this. Yeah, they're both doing pretty well, honestly. Yeah. And here goes BB ult recasting that Ban. Oh, and gets the double on that. Here comes Rocket ult though, and Overclock has now taken point once more. Vinestaff and Ban are just kind of staying on point here. While they're going for the crazy stacker. Holy shit! Biograph going crazy, unfortunately dying in like 5 seconds though.
Yeah, that plan was not gonna be like really useful.
I mean, I respect it. I respect trying to go for it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Rocket forced to run away though, and there we go. Register taking point again. They break it. Oh, they do not break point cap yet, actually. And no, they're not gonna break cap. Wait, this might be kind of bad for Overclock now, because then their next point cap is gonna be permacap, which is kind of bad for them. Oh, here comes the Skate ult though, along with the Sword ult. Doesn't catch anyone though. Vinestaff is still fine. Skateboard is pressuring the Vine though. Meanwhile, Overclock is still holding the point here, going into last minute though. And Banhammers are just fighting on the point once more, and Overclock wins that tank battle. Skateboard is just kind of doing shit. He's doing tricks.
Trying to survive. He stays on point though.
Yeah, Registered is having the point control at least. Here comes Rocket ult though. And the Sword ult coming in. Biograph getting the shutdown, but there's a Ban ult. The Ban's really low. Yeah, Ban unfortunately whipping that. Here comes Skate ult though. Misses he missed the D board, but he got the kill at least. Sword is trying to fight off that Ban.
He's slowly taking back point.
Alright, I was actually lying, guys. Perma point cap is not in play. I'm dumb as fuck. But it seems like Registered might be able to force OT here with the Shuriken ult opening. Registered is holding point here, but Overclock will probably have a lead for OT here.
Register, hold on.
Oh, and they actually win by 2 points. Never mind. They won by 2 points. Yeah, they were up in the lead by like 15, but since point cap kind of like goes by intervals of like 0.7 seconds or some shit, they were able to actually squeeze in 2 extra points there. That was interesting. Now, this is practice, so you know, we're actually going to get into the real maps, the real meat and bones of the actual scrim. I will check the map list real quick. As you see here,
Teapots for now.
Yeah, decent healing. However, they were doing a pretty hard anti-Vine comp, I will say, when I was practicing against Register.
But anyways, teams are ready. It seems like match is gonna start.
Yep. Anyways, Teapots starting. Overclock going with the coil play here.
Banhammer going early for
by the way, oh my god. Okay, so Overclock is running quad support with Banhammer here. Meanwhile, Registered is going for a double range sub comp, so we're gonna have the most. So quad support ban is a really crazy comp, but double range sub is probably one of the most annoying comps I ever had to fight in my goddamn life. So we got some crazy stuff going on here. Double range sub is awful.
Heading over this first fight with
quad support actually. Now I will say this: Overclock is the only team I've seen to make quad support work in some capacity. So it's not a meme; it's low key kind of a natural strat. Let's see what happens. Ban and Sub are just jumping that poor Banhammer. Oh my god, they was double teaming him.
Well, the actual up from Register hits no one.
Yeah, Registered is starting to take a point back here, but Overclock is holding on tight though. Unfortunately, Registered does take it for themselves though, so Overclock can't really hold it here. Yeah, Registered is holding point here.
Overclock.
Then again, first point does not matter at all. The first point is really dumb. It's all about the third point, really. Alright, and there we go.
Banhammer gets actually 2 people.
14-point difference. Overclock in the lead, going to second point here. Second point, anyone's game. Vinestab is just fighting that Shuriken off. And Shuriken is kind of like disabled right now. This man is walking around like he's fucking, like he has like a crutch on him.
Oh, here comes a stubble though on the Axeline.
Yeah, Stubble and Rocket immediately coming out pretty early. Honestly, interesting.
Oh, the raining tackles
coming in though. Here comes Shuriel. Shuriel and Coil ult.
Oh,
doesn't get the grab. Here comes the Vinyl though. Stubble as well coming in. Yep. Alex's Void coming in as well. Overclock is just holding this point tight though. Registered is they're kind of trading it back and forth. Here comes the Banal though.
Whips.
Unfortunately, getting that whiff. Rocket and Sword are kind of just pressuring the point. Shuriken is getting really low once more.
All over there.
Yeah, Sword though. Oh, but Sword is down after. Registered's ban does have Verdict though, so you know what? Anything could fucking happen here. Let's see what happens. Coil's rushing that poor Rocket. Rocket's down for the count.
20-point difference. It can be anyone's game right now.
Yeah, cause this map is dog shit. Anyways, Banhammer kind of staying on point here. Here comes Sub though. Sub is down for the count though, and Shuriken sort of really low though. Yeah, Overclock broke point cap. Yeah, broke point cap though, so that's pretty good for Overclock.
Yeah, they broke it, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to hold it.
Either way, Registered is low-key throwing. They went Griefer space, so Lumen can get stuck into the floor.
Yeah, true.
So that's gonna be crazy if it happens. Sword and Double though, here we go. Double going in the middle as always. Rocket ult coming in. Yeah, they're all popping their ults pretty early for the early point control. However, here comes the other sub ult. That's a pretty high up sub ult. Sub is down for the count though, and it seems like Overclock is able to hold it down here. Shuri ult though gets the spike though.
Wow.
Sort of. Boba Ban gets the ult off. They do have the ban ult bug though, so I think they might get it on respawn as well. The band's playing really conservative though. Yeah. Here comes Rocket ult though. Alright, they're both really close. Here goes Vinyl. Oh, Judgment whiffing! The Judgment whiffs. Sub ult on the point. That is so high up! That might not really hit anyone. Rocket M2 coming in. Registered is holding the point. OT, however, sub ult middle though. Oh, but the Verdict gets that Shuriken. Oh, the Verdict gets that subspace, and another Verdict gets the banning before dying. And now Registered is now Overclock holding the point now. Oh, but they're trading it back and forth though. Zoro coming in, gets a hit. Ban whiffs once more. But Registered is holding the point down, and Registered takes the point.
Like 10 points as well. Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't think Overclock really had enough point presence there. Even though their ban on Registered was whiffing ults, they just couldn't really maintain the point presence there. Shout out to Lil Robbie the GOAT though. Oh my gosh.
Shout out to him. Shout out to
Lil Robbie my GOAT, bro. Lil Robbie my GOAT.
Mine's stuff MVP here.
Yeah, everyone was. Yeah, they were just getting crazy damage. Yeah, it's called turning your head. Damn, but crazy human movements. All right, anyways, we're immediately going back in. Ban jumping in immediately.
Oh, Ban Hammer already with that.
Unfortunately, Ban's getting absolutely murdered. Sword is trying to rush that Vine Staff though. Biograph going for that subspace, getting him really low as well. Yeah, see, it seems like Overclock is getting the damage lead here though. And yeah, they take point here immediately. Yeah, they got the wipe on the point though.
Team's wipe, whoa.
But what is Banhammer doing over there? Holy!
Yeah, I know.
Banhammer jumping back in though. He don't got enough and he's immediately dead.
Good guys though. Boombox.
BB's also down.
Banhammer jumping in on the rocket.
Ban is threatening that rocket though. Rocket's down for the count. Magister is holding the point here pretty well. Here comes Sword Ult though. That hit like a one plant. Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
Down goes Ban though. Here comes Rocket Ult though. Oh, it seems like Kane. Oh, it seems like Kane is on Rocket here actually. Okay, yeah, it seems like Kane is on Rocket here actually instead of Subspace. So that's interesting.
Execution from the biograph.
Yep.
Overclock starting to get.
Overclock is holding the point down really well. Yeah, down goes Subspace. And Register is immediately going into pressure the Banhammer. And the Judgment barely misses the threshold. Unfortunately, the threshold barely missed. Now Ban has ult, they're threatening, and they're all popping ult. Sword and sub ult immediately. That was a pretty interesting sub ult. Probably trying to get the cycle.
It's team people. What?
Yep, and Biograph is just trying to pressure as much as he can. Here goes BB ult. BB ult coming in crazy. Bands are fighting off point though. And Overclock does win the exchange. BB ult recast gets them all low.
Oh my god.
However, most of Overclock unfortunately dies there.
They don't get the power though. I mean,
Overclock is
not meaningful because you know it's a really small map.
Well, then again, they can still go elite though. Like that's how it is. Banhammer rushing that rocket. They're all rushing that rocket back there. Holy. And Shuriken unfortunately running away here. And down goes. Oh my God! There goes 3 of them.
This is team swipe after team swipe.
Overclock is now back in the point lead here. Sword Ult coming in.
There's all the plans though.
Shuriken and Rocket are just trying to pressure that Banhammer as best as they can, along with Subspace. And Shuriken's incredibly low, getting out of the danger though. And Sword and Shuriken are low, getting picked up by the bio. And down goes Rocket too. It seems like Overclock is gonna approach the next point cap here though, so this is gonna be crazy. Yes, they get the point cap, and it's not perma.
I'm trying to jump in the rocket. They get the kill though.
BB jumping the sword. Ban is jumping the Shuriken though. And the point cap is gonna break soon, so this is really good news for Overclock as they can actually pull away from the lead here. And the Judgment whiffs! Subble in middle though, but the Judgment whiffing is incredibly unfortunate. Sword missing the lunge into the Subble on someone. Bio and Rocket Ult coming in clutch though. Ban is getting threatened. Down goes Ban, and the Judgment getting that sword. And the quad coming in clutch. Overclock is pulling away with this lead though. Shuriken gets immediately shut down.
What is this, bro? What is this?
Coming in, and the Judgment gets the ban before dying. That is like frame 1. Register does that point here. However, OT is going to be forced here because the lead on Overclock is pretty large.
I don't know who's in the lead though.
The band are fighting. Overclock's in the lead by a good amount. But Register is holding the point. Bands in Subble.
I don't know how much difference is it, but they have the advantage for now.
Register is popping ults, but Overclock pulling through with a good ult rush, and Overclock is going to take game 2. 1-1. Holy.
Bro, all those back-to-back deep swipes, bro.
That's just Iron Cafe. That's just simply how it is. It's fucking crazy. BB getting the MVP though. Shout out to Chaos. I was gonna say something. The Wiz with the 10-10 is crazy. Holy. Yeah, great damage from the tank busters mainly. Nice stuff, nice stuff. That was just crazy all over the place. I'm noticing a pattern that Registered is definitely running more anti-Vine comps with the Shuriken, which is really risky because the Shuriken, aside from Vine Staff, is kind of bad into Overclock's comp. Overclock's going for triple support once more with Rocket and Ban, so...
Why am I even hosting this tournament, bro? What are these compositions of teams?
Trust the process. It's fine. But now we're going in and immediately... Both teams rushing points, Skate immediately dying, and oh my god, Asper! Asper! Please, Asper! Oh my god! Pulling the chicken for life special! And down goes Sword as well! So, yeah, oh my god! What in the hell am I watching, bro? Asper, please.
Bro,
okay.
Asper is growing.
You know, no, don't worry. It's the chicken for life special. He's getting the blessings from chicken. Yeah.
They're actually coming in.
Yeah, registered taking point back now. However, it seems like everyone on register except for Banhammer is pretty low. Down goes Sword though, and Rocket all coming in. Coil seems to they seem to like distract him long enough so that the rest of Overclock can actually rush the point, and Banhammer immediately rushing that poor Vine Staff back there, I think. Oh yeah, their Vine Staff's getting murdered. Down goes Rocket though. And Banhammer for register is jumping back in.
Going away from point cap though.
Right. Point cap is up though, and Banhammer gets out, registers Banhammer. Overclock is holding the point here though. A registered is just kind of doing a back and forth, but they're all on points at the same time. But register is getting threatened by that Rocket. Down goes Bio. Here comes Vinyl though. Vinyl is pretty good for them. And Overclock's about to break the point cap here. Here comes Skadle though. Skadle, they did a solo Skadle on that poor Vine Staff. And we're just not going to talk about how Banhammer just randomly died somehow. I'm not sure what happened there. And Coil does get the bio here.
It's a 25-point difference right now.
Yeah, Overclock is holding. Overclock is holding this point.
Like they are doing right now, they might take the win.
Yeah, they're just holding it. Here comes Bio Ult though, and the Rocket Ult coming in as well.
It's gonna be a
there we go. And here comes Rocket Ult though as well. Registered is kind of using all their ults to try and make an opening here, and they're slowly making it. Right. However, Banhammer's down, so that's pretty bad for Registered. Yeah, Registered used like most of their ult to try and get a take back, but they can't really get the take back here. However, they need to wait for more ults. But and the ban ult comes in! And another ban ult comes in to answer that ban ult. Ban ultception, double, and it gets the baby as well! And here's someone in, getting the QF, unfortunately missing. Kids, do not QF at home unless you're on like 40 HP, okay? And Banhammer's on the point as well, threatening that sword now. And point cap is broken, and Overclock is pulling away from a crazy lead. But Registered is taking it back here with the ults. Let's see if Registered can take it back. Rocket Ult coming in.
Oh, the Rocket Barrage.
And down goes Bio once more. Has Asper died like 8 times so far? I just realized. Anyways.
Two to the point and anyways.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. But it seems like Registered is slowly making a lead here. BBL coming in. The recast hitting. Oh, but the panel coming in to respond!
It's one though, but...
And Registered seems to be pulling away here. Registered might be able to have a lead here. Well, so Overclock might get a lead here. Here comes Vinyl. Oh, but Vinyl catches the Vine, unfortunately. Oh, but the judgment! Oh, it's not enough! Winning by 3 points. It seems like the rest of Overclock was not going to get on the point in time. Unfortunately.
Seems like the Chicken from Life special from Asper came to crush.
No. He definitely like bottom KD. Yes, he bottom KD8. I called it. I predicted this. I predicted the future, bro.
Asper, you're throwing.
No. Let's not say Asper's throwing. But like.
He is though.
Run Bio. They want Asper to run bio so badly. But yeah, Registered is up 2-1 here, so anyone's game. But we're going to SFT, so that's not how it is. So yeah, let's just see what happens now. Retake number 2. I already know retake number 3 is gonna happen somehow.
SFT Part 2 Electric
And
Boogaloo.
here they come in now. Rocket going for the crazy.
He was trying to get early hits though on the katana.
Yeah, and there goes, oh my god, slaying Jesus.
Wow.
Asper is getting literally like throttled by all of them. And Tana is fighting the Banner off point, and it seems like both teams are on the point here. Registered is getting a little bit of a point lead here though.
Oh, but what is that fight on the statue?
Tana's getting threatened a lot everywhere. The Banner is down for the count, giving Overclock now. Overclock now getting the point lead here though. And Sword and Rocket are just kind of like chilling off the point, trying to like poke and trying to wait for their team. And here comes Skate though.
Well, Vinestaff is on life support though.
Yeah, Vinestaff, yeah, they're kind of just like, they're trying to just get Vinestaff out as soon as they can. Here comes Tana though on Banhammer. Whew. Perry getting on Banhammer. Sword ulting really deep. Really deep sword ult, trying to catch them backpedaling. Fortunately not working.
Register right now.
Rocket coming in, Slingshot also coming in. Skate coming in though. Doesn't get anyone. Here comes the Bargraph ult though. Here he comes in full force though. BB's friend, and there goes Banhammer. And there goes Rocket. There goes Sword.
Oh my
god. The Sling ult trying to open a hole in Overclock's team. Working really well though. Overclock is forced to regroup here. Alright, here they come. BB ult coming in. Bargraph is trying to just find an opening here. Air gun rushing. Oh, but the Ban ult gets the Tana. But the BB ult recast. And Ban is really low. Ban is down for the count.
Do they still have ult? I think they do.
No, they don't. I don't think they. Wait, do they? I think they do. Oh, they do. Yeah, they got the Ban ult. Bro, can they fix this fucking character? Oh my god. Anyways.
Yeah, Beast must stay
Tana now fighting the Banhammer. They notice that Banhammer probably has the spare ult now. And the grapple though, parrying just to make sure the Ban ult does not pop in.
The parry wasn't necessary, but
it was necessary because they could just pop Ban ult and then stuck like Tana. They could have done something with that. Skate ult coming in as well, stunning the Tana.
Oh,
Tana's still alive though. Another spare hammer? What the fuck? That's like the second spare hammer, bro. Jesus. Yeah, because he kept ult, so he just like had it.
Registered peak back point right here, right now. Oh, but the rocket barrage coming from Overclock.
It's neck and neck here, but Overclock does have a substantial lead. Registered is holding it though. Sword ult coming in.
Yeah, they have a lead, but not for long.
Going for a deep sword ult there, and Registered now has taken the point lead. Sling ult coming in though. Here comes all the ults, BBO as well. Slingshot ult coming in. Rocket ult coming in as well. Banhammer diving in. Banhammer's down. Skate ult. Oh, Tana's ult gets completely screwed by the knockback.
He got the sword.
Vinestaff ulting as well, but Vinestaff immediately getting jumped by that Banhammer, unfortunately. Sword ult coming in. Tana forced to parry that. And Overclock has the point lead by over 30. But Registered could still take it a little bit. So Overclock might need to hold this point for like 1 second to force OT. You're struggling at that point. Tana coming in though. Oh, and then gets the ban.
Oh, gets shut down.
Alright, OT though. Ban! Getting shut down by the Biograph and Rockets also being threatened. Biograph going crazy now, and Overclock is holding point. Biograph saving the game here, maybe. Registered is holding on though. Nino coming in though. Unfortunately, Vinestaff being threatened hard by that sword. Unfortunately, all the Registered is really low. Tana is down though. Rocket coming in, and Registered might be able to hold his point. But Ban is down. Skate coming in. Rocket's getting low. Overclock is still holding on. Here comes the recast.
Recast.
All of them getting really low. Rocket is down. And Sling is getting low. Red is Overclock might be able to hold it down here. Rocket will coming in. And the timer's going down. And not yet. Ben is down. Swordle coming in. Oh, it's not over yet. Rocket's still alive. It's not over yet. Slingshot to the point. And there we go. Overclock takes it to the 2. Game point for all of them. Holy shit. They just kept on trading the point back and forth. You can't tell my front I'm gonna get more water. Oh my fucking god, I'm getting more water.
Register all the clock, register all over that. Involved like that. Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh god, I'm gonna refill my water bottle. Hold on.
Not the water. My voice is like... This is like the same comp they ran on Iron Cafe, except they have a Tana instead of Ban. So
except for Ban,
maybe the Tana play does play off. This is really good for Tana though, because Scythe will be a little scared to gun ult them, and Rocket can also get grappled during ult startup. So let's see what happens here. And registered immediately, trying to rush the point along with Overclock. And here comes Crusher. Hope no one gets crushed. Rocket is getting assaulted by that BB. Jesus! That BB need a restraining order, bro. And Rocket is now threatening that Banhammer. Banhammer down for the count. Yeah, it seems like Overclock is immediately taking the point here. Shuriken can't really seem to do shit. Shuriken got bombed right there.
Whoa. Well, that side got grapple and there.
Yo, this is oh my god. They are holding off register really well. Tana is just getting so much value. The Vine Tana is working like crazy right now.
Vine Tana is the new meta, guys.
Here comes Sword Ult though. Getting the grapple on the Scythe.
Tana though, bro, gonna. Oh yeah, he does.
Here comes Crusher though. Scythe lost most of her shield though, so now she's down for the count. And Overclock seems to actually be holding this pretty well. And her getting grappled off the point. And Overclock is getting a lead here. Shuriken is kind of just playing on the point behind bar, trying to just like make distance.
Get supports over there.
Banhammer diving the supports though. Diving the supports, and Overclock might need to like just like wait and like go in, but they don't care. They're just going right in, retaking the point. BB and Bio taking it. Vines that popping ult. Rocket's getting threatened again. Rocket's down for the count. And Banhammer's jumping in. Gets killed and grappled. Here comes Crusher though. Shuriken is struggling to friend the Vine Staff here though. See, this is why Shuriken's bottom tier, folks. Vine finally gets a pressure with the Vine ult.
In a lot of time, actually.
One cap is almost down though, so Overclock can actually make more of a lead here. BB ult and Sword ult coming in as well. This is the Vine Staff. Here comes Scythe ult though. Ulting the Vine, but gets recast. Oh my god, that caught the Scythe as well. That was a crazy BB ult chain. That chain of ults was delicious, bro. And Overclock is holding a dominant lead here. And Rocket, what the fuck just happened, bro? I think Wiz accidentally aimed at the bar over the pathway. Wiz with the rocket fumble, unfortunately. Ban down for the count! Ban did not keep his ult, by the way. Ban lost his ult. He did not keep it.
I ult again.
And Overclock is holding a dominant lead here. Here comes Crusher. The Tana play, maybe the Vine Tana play was what Overclock needed. Gets the grapple on the Banhammer. Bro, Luna is going fucking insane with these grapples. Holy shit. Going into the last minute though, and Tana is just threatening them all. Registered has point here, but Overclock is answering back immediately. If y'all taking point, we're taking this point now. Rocket coming in, Shuriel coming in. Banhammer's getting threatened really well though. Banhammer losing most of his shield.
Just ulted the boombox ult there. Also 4 ults from
Shuriken getting the Vine Staff here. Here goes Crusher again though. Oh, it gets Sword!
What? Get Sword.
Sword getting down by the Crusher there. Unfortunately, Rocket's getting low though.
Getting that grapple though.
Rocket is sacked by your Rocket here, and Overclock the purple point cap. Now registered. Now look, registered needs to force OT. They're behind by over 40 points, but Overclock does not give a single fuck. They are holding that point down their life. Will they force it? OT! Ban hits the ult on the rocket.
Let's see if they will get it.
Oh, Banner gets grappled. Shuri ult coming in. Crusher is also coming in. Do remember, Overclock does have their ult. Overclock does have their ult. Tom's coming in. BBO coming in. Sword is incredibly low. Oh my god, that Vine Top is rushing. That's Shuriken. All Overclock's low. And the tunnel with the BB free pull. And the pull was way too late, actually. Tunnel was able to hit all of them. But Overclock might be able to hold a point here. BB whiffs. And Overclock wins 3-2. Oh my god.
Insane. Okay.
Overclock taking the win in a very close 3-2. That Tana play was fucking amazing and worth it. That Tana play, they crumbled. The triple ranged just completely crumbled against Tana as a tank. Against Ban, it would work, but the Tana play with Vine completely shattered the hopes of that comp working, unfortunately.
We got a new meta, guys.
It wasn't even meta. I think Register just tried to go for the triple range and it just did not work at all. BB was bodying them. Tana was bodying them. Bio was bodying them.
Everybody was bodying them.
They had much more dives ready for the triple range.
But anyways, let's get the contestants up in here. If they want.
You get Wiz up here. I don't care if Wiz can't even fucking speak. Yeah, get Asper up here, even though he can't speak as well. The aura, I feel it. Never mind. Get this bitch back in the audience. Okay. Anyways, you said the aura. I feel it, bro.
Just stay in the audience.
Yeah. Get stars up here. Get Luna up here. Get Quaffle up here. Get G up here. Get all these.
Always.
That was a crazy match.
Those games were insane, bro.
I think the Tana play. Tana play so badly. Bro, Quaffle, you low-key kind of saved Game 4, honestly. You kind of saved
the other
Game
games
4.
I was, like, actually overthrowing.
Were you the coil for, like, most of those games? Is that what was happening? Or
yes.
Was that... Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the coil play. I'm gonna be so for real.
I couldn't get value, bro. I was just staring into 3 range, like, help.
Yeah, no, that's really just what happens. Holy shit. I think the Tana play paid off so much Game 5. Holy shit.
Nico.
Because Ban into triple range would be the worst shit of my life, but Tana actually fucking went crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how much we were up. I noticed...
You got, going into 15 seconds, you guys were up by 45 points. Yeah, 155.
At like a minute 30, I noticed we were point capped at 75, and we were, like, registered at 30 points.
Yeah, you guys were kind of dusting them badly there. Then they kind of got a retake, and then the BB Tana ult kind of was a little mistimed. Then y'all just retook it immediately.
Nico.
Yeah?
You won.
Yeah, that is true.